Hi guys, Mark McKenzie here with another lesson on one of the 5 essential strumming patterns. Now we're going to look at the second most essential strumming pattern. This one I like to call the slow rock strumming pattern. Slow rock meaning a little bit more of a slow rock ballad type of strumming pattern, and you'll see that more as we get into it. So what I'm going to do is just break that slow rock strum down a little bit straight away so you can hear what I'm talking about, and then we'll show you how to do that. So I'm just going to use the G chord and strum the strumming pattern once. Okay, there's a lot of space in that strumming pattern. The reason for that is it gives it that feel of being slower, more laid back, sort of rock style strumming pattern. And if you've seen my previous video on the rock strum, you'll notice that was based on a drum beat. Well, same thing with this one. Similar sort of thing. We've based it on a slow rock style drum beat. In this case, you can sort of hear a drum beat there. Do, ta, taka, do, ta, taka, bass drum, snare, and bass drum, snare, and boom, ka, boom, ka. So quite a cool little groove happening there. Down, miss, down, up, down, miss, down, up, which is the strum pattern. So once again, we've based it on a strum, on a rock beat. Now, as you progress, you might want to get a bit more interesting with that and mess around with that. That's really cool, but we're just wanting the foundational strumming technique to start with. So let's break that down now. So we're going to do fingers over the strings, just no pressure on the strings so we get a good percussive sound happening and we can just focus on the right hand. Okay, we're going to start with a nice strong down. Simple, real easy start. The next part is a part that usually trips up most of my students, and it's the second part of the strum. It's what I call the miss. We simply miss all the strings completely. Strum, and then we do a downstroke and we miss the strings completely. That seems really weird to do. It's kind of counterintuitive. You really don't like not strumming the strings when you strum, and it feels like, well, why am I doing that? Why don't I just not strum? Why don't I just wait for the next strum to turn up? Well, the reason is it's like a spacer. It's a guaranteed little space of time that happens because your arm is swinging that keeps perfect timing happening the whole time you're strumming. So I'll do that for you. Down, miss, then we follow it with another downstroke. That makes sense now when we start adding it on. That gives us the spaciousness of the strum. Down, miss, down. So down, miss, down is what we're aiming at. When you're practicing that, I want it to be steady and slow. Down, miss, down. Not erratic, so it's like a down, yet miss, down. Or down, miss, down. Down, miss, down. I don't want that. Just steady, constant moving of the tick-tock motion. Down, miss, down. Down, miss, down. And seriously, even though that seems really simple, that is the hardest part of the strumming pattern. You need to make that last, as in go over and over and over that part and you'll be fine. Down, miss, down. If you have any issues with the strumming pattern, come back to that part of the strumming pattern and it'll come together for you. Down, miss, down. Okay, get on with it, Mark. Okay, let's do the next bit. Down, miss, down, down. We're adding one more down to that strumming pattern. Still tick-tocking. Down, miss, down, down. Same thing, have a pause. Down, miss, down, down. And once you've played that, I'd say 20 times, you're ready to move on to the next stage, which is adding an upstroke at the end. Now the upstroke is going to come straight after the last down. So it's going to go down, up at the end of the strumming pattern. Down, up. Not down, wait, up. That's the trap that people get into when they see the strumming pattern. Down, and so it's down, up. Let's go over that strumming pattern. Down, miss, down, down, up. Hear how that was in time? Down, miss, down, down, up. Okay? Down, miss, down, down, up. Now that sounds really weird broken down like that and slow, but when you put two of them together, it makes a lot more sense. So let's show you how that works nice and slow. Down, miss, down, down, up. Down, miss, down, down, up. You can hear where they join together now. I'll make that really obvious by making I'll say the downstroke out loud. Down, you can now hear where that strong beat is for the beginning of each of those strumming patterns. When you combine two of those together, it makes 4 beats in a bar. If you're not sure about what that means, it'll become clear later on. Basically, it means a bar of music. Down, miss, down, down, up, down, miss, down, down, up. If I was to count that through, it'd be 1, 2, and a 3, 4, and a. And there we have our ballad sort of slow rock pattern happening. Now, it takes a while to get to that stage where you can join those two patterns together. It is, like I say, it's counterintuitive to strum nothing. And the common problem for this one for students is to not actually let the hand strum through for that miss, down, down, up. And you might go, oh, I can do a miss every day. I'll just do a little bob or whatever. Please start out with the whole strum miss happening. So it's an entire swing of that down strum. Don't just acknowledge it with a wee flick yet. Later on, you will be able to just do a little bounce, and that'll be enough to let you know, or let your body know that that's just a little count that's happening in there. When you get faster, perhaps. So that's basically the down, miss, down, then up strumming pattern. Let's have another listen to that with some chords. I'm just going to change chords every bar. Very cool, and you can hear that slow rock thing happening. If you were to try the normal rock strum with that, it would speed the whole thing up and make it sound totally different. Now you can hear the difference, like that just feels so much more quick. Even though it was the same tempo, it feels quicker. But the slow rock strum was actually exactly the same tempo, but it made it feel like a nice laid-back slow rock song. Okay, so have some fun with that strumming pattern, and go and try it out with all those songs that you think might have that sort of feel to it, and should have some fun. And we'll see you next video.